Alrighty, what's going on everybody? Ninja Star here, and today we are back at it again with our video. Now today's video we'll be discussing Hunter x Hunter, specifically the 2011 anime. I finished it a while ago and it was a really nice journey binging through all the episodes. I recommend everyone to watch this anime because it's really great. While there are slow points here and there in the story, the themes, plot, and characterizations are stuff that make the series worth tuning into. I think a lot of this is due to the 2011 anime's fantastic direction. This video kinda correlates with it. I'll be discussing the top 5 best Hunter x Hunter episodes. Like I said, this just includes the 2011 anime because, if I'm being honest, it's the only version I've seen, but maybe in the future I will do a video talking about the top 5 of the 99 anime, or maybe I'll do like an all around. But without further ado, let's get right into my number 5 pick. Now my number 5 is episode 47. The one pick on this list that isn't from the Chimera Ant arc. Episode 47 gives so much. It's an episode entirely based off a fight, but it isn't just mindless punching and kicking. Kurapika and Uvogin, the two combatants, both use tactical fighting styles with their nen, and this keeps us constantly inclined for what the next move will be. We see one of the protagonists from this series go at Uvogin for revenge, and we see an entirely new side to him. One that completely deviates from the cool and collected one present earlier. He goes all out for revenge, and the final moments of the episode, we aren't exactly cheering on Kurapika. It's such a burden for him to kill, and it wraps up this amazingly choreographed fight well. And to think, it all happened in one episode. Number 4 is episode 131. Many would disagree with the placement of this, and call me out for putting it too low. I think it's fitting though. The first half is heart-wrenching after we find out the kite isn't alive, and we aren't really emotionally attached to him as we are for Gon, and nonetheless though, we see how he's suffering after finding out the news. This hurts him so much, and then in the second half it all changes. After being challenged by Pitou, kind of left hopeless, just lost what's gonna happen, Gon's previously hinted rage power comes out and we see adult Gon. The anime did this so well, and just when you think it would end, no. The episode also shows their fight. Okay, you know what, it's not a fight. It's a literal evisceration. It's insane to see the moment within the context of the episode because it's been building up so much, and we see how brutal the series can get while also showing how much potential Gon had. All in all, as an episode, it just rounds about so well. Just that second half alone, I still find myself rewatching it to this day, but all in all, the episode itself is still something else. Let's get on to number 3. My number 3 for the best episodes in Hunter x Hunter is episode 126. This is an all-out brawl between the king and Meruem. We're constantly kept guessing for what's to come, and there's no need for exposition as it's a direct continuation of the past episode. We can see how thought-provoking these fights in Hunter x Hunter can be, as Meruem compares this to a regular Gungi game with Komugi. After seeing Netero take a ton of damage after 0 hands are missed, tell Meruem his name, implying it to be a victory on the ant side, everything gets flipped on us. Netero looks so terrifying at the final moments of this episode and cynical. The king and the audience are intrigued, yet also fearful of this old man who should have been on the verge of death. Then, after a grim monologue alluding to humanity and its twisted morality, the bomb erupts. Meruem realizes he was checkmated this whole time. This episode finished out a fantastic fight, and I was intrigued all the way through. It also had the moment that made you question your own ideology. Not many series can do that. Amazing work on this, Madhouse. Number 2 on my list is one that many would put as their number 1. We're talking about the Meruem Komugi episode. You know what's up with this when there's not even an opening. It's the conclusion and final episode of the Chimera Ant arc, and what a way to end it off. It focuses almost purely on Meruem and Komugi. Throughout this arc, we saw the growing bond between the two and how Meruem changed. It was a nice opposite parallel to Gon's character arc, and I was happy with the direction of the episode. It shows the final moments of Meruem being with the girl he loved and not spreading harm on others. It's so somber compared to the contrasting intensity previously shown in the arc. I like the bittersweet note this arc ends on, and I was a big fan of the simple, more personal plot of the episode. We don't get a lot of the small scale stuff in anime, let alone shonen, but I was a big fan of 135. I was really contemplating between this and number 1, but I think I prefer the latter for what I'm about to get into. My top episode for Hunter x Hunter is episode 116, the Gon and Pitou encounter in the room. Amazing. To call this intense would feel like an understatement. Everything from the lighting, art direction, voice acting, and music hits all the right notes. This makes Gon's tonal shift very clear, as what we previously saw as our lovable shonen protagonist became an insane monster. This foreshadowed the iconic moment laterwards in 131, while also making us feel compelled at what would happen next. Oh, and Killua's role is great too. Almost exclusively focused in one room, yet never feels dull. I was so shocked and mesmerized when I finished 116. It's truly a breed of its own, compared to not only other Hunter x Hunter episodes, but other anime episodes. I really like these episodes that don't get interrupted by other scenes that are going on. It focuses solely on this intense counter that's, if anything, is mostly dialogue heavy, but nonetheless, I think it hit everything that it needed to. It just, wow, I was on the edge of my seat watching this episode, and even rewatching it, I still kinda am. But that's been the video for you all. What do y'all think of these Hunter x Hunter episodes? Is your ranking different? I mean, I would like to hear your top 5. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Ninja out. Peace everybody, and have a good day.